has proven itself to be vital and resilient over the past year with new levels of collaboration, as you just said, Sam, and amazing speeds of bringing solutions to the table. What are some of the examples of standout responses to this crisis you've seen from our innovation community? So maybe Brenna, if you wanted to jump in on that.
Sure. I mean, there's a number to pick from. But I think one of my favorite was the company Reaply, who took their product, which was geared towards the higher ed space and creating a secondary market for research equipment, essentially, oversimplifying, but they answered the call from the mayor to create a market for PPP for small businesses in Chicago so they could open more quickly by getting access to that very, scarce PPP quickly through other Chicago companies. And I think that was, it was a vital service that was a great showcase for a Chicago startup, but that also made it possible for Chicago small companies to reopen and keep their businesses running. So that's probably my favorite example.
Yeah, no, that was very powerful. And with MHub and everyone else starting to kind of draft behind that, that was incredibly powerful.
Absolutely.
Andrea, what about you? What have you?
So Brenna stole my favorite, but my second favorite is MHub and 1871 coming together to develop and then open source ventilator, an affordable ventilator that at the time ventilators were hard to come by and people were looking for them, and so they came together. And then they also built that brought together that whole network of organizations to come together in the innovation space to work together to come up with solutions and ideas for needs. And so I just think it just points to what Sam said about that idea of collaboration. People didn't just work in their silos to figure it out. People came together to see what can we do together. There's also one more would be Koval and coming together to turn their distillery into a maker of hand sanitizer, which is kind of tragic in its own right? Like taking the bourbon and making it hand sanitizer, it just seems wrong on 1,000 fronts, but was needed at the time and really just one of the many incredible things that happened.
It was the best tasting hand sanitizer. Where did that go?